It's a numbers game, and not everybody's going to love your sales pitch. And for those of you that have been involved in sales, you built a sales funnel, and out of the bottom of that sales funnel will drop transactions. And the more calls you make, the more, and there's a difference, and we're going to go through this in the next couple. There's a difference between a prospect and a suspect. Just because somebody takes your call doesn't mean you're a prospect. A prospect and a suspect. Prospect is somebody that is motivated to do what you want to do. And what I'm world class at, I get you to do what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it, to have what you want to have in life. And depending on what story you want to believe, he left Scotland when he was 7 or he was 13. He lived in the hull of a ship with wrath. I don't know any of that bullshit's true. I do know he had no money and he was poor. And I believe his dad was a carpenter, or a joiner, as they said in those days. And he had little or no education. That, and he developed a no equity, meaning no outside investors, debt only model that we use today in QLA. And I give all the credit that he's due, Mr. Carnegie, who arguably, if you give it a present value for the wealth he had, was the richest guy on the planet ever. Okay.
And then, Mr. Peña, that was the moment when he hired Napoleon Hill?
Napoleon Hill, he hired to write the book for 20 years, and he paid him no money. And he pulled out his watch, and he asked him, are you going to do this after the weekend? We'll talk about the weekend off YouTube. And he gave him 60 seconds, supposedly. Some stories say he made the decision in 26 seconds. Some stories say he made it in 36 seconds. I'll do it. I wouldn't have taken me 20 years to write that motherfucking book. I mean, are you kidding me? I would have written it in 2 weeks. But he went around and visited all 500. Shoe leather. You guys have it so easy now. Whenever I talk to Whipple, Bruce the Whipple, he says, these kids don't understand what shoe leather means. I rode buses to meetings. I took trains across the country because I couldn't afford airfare. I stayed in a place called the Library. It's been written down now. In Manhattan on Friday afternoon at 4 or 4:30. Drinks, 50 cents, all you could eat. They had a buffet, like 100 feet long. I used to put food in the pockets of my motherfucking suit wrapped up in napkins. My room was $49 a night. It had no toilet, only a sink, and I pissed in the sink. You guys don't even, you have no fucking clue. And now you got internet, and all you guys do is jack off on the porn. We're weak. It's over. We're through. As a species, Doc, we're through. It's sad, but it's perfect for us. Because we're going to rape, pillage, and motherfucking plunder in a legal, moral, and ethical manner. It's like taking candy. Last time I said that, I got a lot of, it's like taking candy from a baby. And I got all kind of shit on the internet. Oh, you take candy from a baby? We know you were just a bastard. Yeah. It's like taking candy from a baby. That's how easy it is. Do you have any idea if we put one of you up against Trump in a negotiation scenario, what would happen to you? He'd leave you for dead.
That is a question that I wanted to ask. He killed his partner, the guy in the helicopter.
I don't know that.
No?
I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. But I'm sure if it was true, CNN would be all over it.
Well, it's not an accident. I don't believe it.
Well, I don't believe in accidents too. If I'm going to kill, I'm going to put a bullet in your fucking head. I'm not going to blow up a helicopter. Maybe I'll kill a bunch of other people. Now, so, I mean, if I could paint a scenario, I didn't think, I've said this on the internet a bunch of times, I didn't think I'd live long enough to ever see it like this again. But this makes the 80s look like a nursery rhyme. I'm one of the people that say they fucked up the world finance because I raped, pillaged, and plundered the world in the 80s, which I was part of that group. But I mean, what's being done now makes the 80s look like a nursery rhyme. A nursery rhyme. In the 80s, I mean, if we had had money for free, they're giving money away. The lowest interest rates in 5,000 years. And what have you done? Nothing. But you're here. So that's the good news. But when you go out in a week from tomorrow, today, whenever it is, you got to pull the trigger. And just like when we gave the guidelines from Boone Pickens' 90th birthday party, I mean, you got to pull the trigger and don't overanalyze the stuff. Well, I'm not prone to analysis anyway, but you just got to go out and get the shit done and just pull the trigger time after time after time after time and surround yourself with as pristine a board as you possibly can that have experience. You want at least 100, 120, 130 years of experience. If you have 6 people, that means roughly 20 years apiece, plus yourself, or 7 people. We've got some boards that have 250 years experience. And when you write up your mission statement, we'll teach you how to write all this shit. We're an investment consortium existing of 236 years of transaction experience, quantifiable in $117 billion, over 318 transactions. That's kind of not fluff. You're not making up the numbers, but you go through and find out what everybody's background is, and then you put that down, and it is fucking impressive. It's impressive. It's dead simple. It's dead simple. But it's a numbers game. And not everybody's going to love your sales pitch. And for those of you that have been involved in sales, you build a sales funnel, and out of the bottom of that sales funnel will drop transactions. The more calls you make, the more, and there's a difference, and we're going to go through this in the next couple. There's a difference between a prospect and a suspect. Just because somebody takes your call doesn't mean they're a prospect. A prospect and a suspect. Prospect is somebody that is motivated to do what you want to do. And what I'm world class at, I get you to do what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it, to have what you want to have in life. I get you to do what you don't want to do, to have what you have that you don't want to do, but what you want in life. And I know the buttons to push because I've been at it a long, long time. And I've got, a lot of successes. But I've got failures too. But even the failures are rich by the standards of people watching this. Not by mine, but even the failures are rich. I told you about the grape picker from Fresno. I've also got a lettuce grower and I've got a carnation grower, all in the San Joaquin Valley up in that area. Okay guys, thank you.